Hi, and welcome to this online race briefing for the adult race at the Hatch End Triathlon with me, Wayne, from swimming-cycling-running.com. Firstly, it is surprising how long it takes to get ready to race, so please arrive with plenty of time before your race start. Part of the reason is that you need to get set up in your place and get used to the layout in what's called the transition area. Now, the transition area is your home base for the whole of the triathlon. The only people allowed into transition are competitors and race officials. No mums, dads or helpers, unless of course you have a specific need for one. To get into transition, you'll need to be wearing your helmet and have your race number on that, your arm and your bicycle. Now, for security, there are no exceptions. Your bike will be racked there in number order, with the saddle hooked over the racking, and you will only have 1 metre of space. Each consecutive bike should be placed in opposite directions on the racking, and that means you'll maximise the space for each competitor. In your space, you'll probably want to lay down a towel. That's to stand on to dry your feet. You need your shoes, your bike helmet, and in addition, if you aren't wearing a tri-suit with a number belt, you'll need a t-shirt with your race number already pinned on the front and back. Pins will be supplied, plus a pair of shorts if you're not wearing triathlon shorts. Your kit bags will be stored in designated areas within transition so they don't get in the way of anyone racing. It's important to know where things are in transition, the exits and entrances for your bike out and return, plus where you'll be running out, but especially where your space is on the racking. For that reason, you need to familiarise yourself with the layout. There is nothing worse than coming back into transition after the swim only to wonder where your bike is, and then when you come back from finishing the bike, wondering where you should be able to put it. You'll leave from transition to go to the pool, so please take your goggles with you. And when your swim is finished, you'll run back into transition from a different exit, so please don't take shoes with you, they'll be in the wrong place. You need to go to the pool about 10 minutes before your suggested race start time. Once in, you'll be given your race timing chip and you'll line up in the right order. As you edge towards the pool, you'll be given a coloured swimming hat and you'll be directed towards your designated lane. The starter will tell you when to get into the water, and then he'll tell you when to go. You'll swim in either a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction depending on the lane and swim 17 lengths in all. During that time, either you may want to overtake someone or someone may want to overtake you. The convention for doing that is in the centre of the lane, so please swim towards the edge of the lane when you're swimming. If you want to overtake someone nearing the end of the pool, please indicate you're there by just touching the person's foot. Don't grab them, that's rude. If your feet are touched, please stay close to the edge of the turn, and that will let the person passing you pass in the middle, but you can push off just after they do on their feet and you may get some drafting benefit. When you have 2 lengths to go, a sign will be placed in front of you. Swim those 2 lengths and exit the pool. If you need to use the stairs, please make sure you don't interfere with other swimmers who might be turning. You'll be exiting the pool at the opposite end to the one you started and will go out a different exit to the one you came. So once again, please do not take shoes as they will be in the wrong place. Coming back around the left side of the building as you look at it from the car park, you'll run into transition to find your bike. If you're wearing a tri-suit, you'll need to put a number belt on with the number on the back for the bike and turned to the front for the run. If you're wearing a t-shirt, you will need the number pinned on both the front and the back. Again, pins will be supplied. Before you touch your bike, you need to put on your helmet and do it up securely. Failure to do so will incur a time penalty. You can put on any shoes you want, or if your shoes are attached to your bike, run out in bare feet. The whole of transition and the exit road right up to the Uxbridge Road is a non-cycling area. On with your bike all the way up that road until you're past a line drawn on the road and pavement indicating your mount point on the Uxbridge Road. Once both wheels are past that mark, you can mount your bike. But please be careful as you start because there will be bikes and cars already on the road. While on the bike course, you must abide by the highway code and any rules of the race. Anyone who doesn't will be disqualified. No ifs, no buts. When you get to the roundabout outside Morrison's, you must give way to traffic coming from the right. At the top of the rise near the station, if the pedestrian lights are red, you must stop. It's the same at the pedestrian lights in Hatch End Broadway. Failure to do so means immediate disqualification. This will also be the fate of anyone cutting through the service road outside the shops in Hatch End. Past the shops, you eventually reach the roundabout at the top of King George V. There you're turning left, but again you need to give way to oncoming traffic already on the roundabout. You'll then be on the dual carriageway where cars can move pretty quickly, so please be very aware of other traffic. At the end of King George V at the traffic lights, you will be taking a left turn using the filter lane. However, you do not have a right of way, so you must give way to oncoming traffic. If you don't give way, you may well get hit by a car, and as we scrape you off the tarmac, just to add insult to injury, you'll be disqualified. Next, there's a pinch point where there's a width restriction. Although buses and cyclists are allowed through the central gap, that is two-way, so traffic can come straight on heading to you. It's safer going through the width restriction, where nothing should be coming towards you. Then it's up and over the bridge, heading towards the roundabout on the Uxbridge Road. Again, you have to give way to vehicles already on the roundabout. Take the first exit and you're passing the start point. Please watch out for cyclists starting, as they can easily wobble when they start, especially if they're in the wrong gear. On your third lap, you'll need to dismount your bike before the dismount line, similar line to the start line, but obviously this is before the turning. There'll be a marshal there, but please note that your feet must be on the ground before that point, and crossing that line on your bike will incur a time penalty. Run or walk down that road and back into transition. You need to rack your bike exactly where you left it, and once racked, you can then, and only then, undo and remove your helmet. Not before. Put on your running shoes, or simply head out on the run if you're already in them. The run course is indicated by tape on the ground. You always keep the tape to your left side. And close to the far turnaround point, you'll be given a band for your wrist. Please pick these up because they will be checked at the end to ensure you've completed the course. When you've got 3 of these bands, you're heading back towards transition, you move away from the tape marker and make your way down the finishing chute. Congratulations, you're a finisher. You'll be able to remove your gear from transition once the racers are clear and the marshals allow you to. At that point, they will check your helmet, your arm and your bike numbers again to make sure they match. Now, this is a friendly triathlon, but there may be people taking their race fairly seriously. Please respect all other competitors. Their race is just as important to them as yours is to you. But most of all, we ask you to respect all the marshals. These are volunteers here to help make your day enjoyable and safe. Any abuse of any marshal will be met with an instant disqualification. Above all though, enjoy the day. Triathlon is a fun sport. But triathlon is also just a race. And it's important to remember that the only bad race is one you don't learn from. Okay, that's fantastic. Hopefully we'll be seeing you there and we'll have a wonderful day. Keep well, keep training. See you on the day.